You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise.
Hi, my name is Benjamin Fraser, public speaking coach, and I'm with Jahzema Fitz-Henley. She participated in my first public speaking workshop, and I was so impressed by her presence, her attitude, and her confidence. So I asked her to allow me to interview her about her journey. And we are starting her journey at Arden High School. But before we get to Arden High, tell me about growing up, Jahzema.
Growing up, I was actually homeschooled. So I am coming from the time that people would say that we were antisocial, my siblings and I, because we didn't interact much with others. So growing up, it was not my desire at all. Having been homeschooled, it was not my desire to come out in the public and actually be in, the public environment. And it was a little bit of a culture shock, for want of a better expression, because what the children, what the students were exposed to was not something that I was used to. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that took a little bit of getting used to. But growing up, tell me what you want to know about my upbringing.
I think that's a good introduction into my next question. Mm-hmm. How did the Arden High community receive you?
How did they receive me? They were very open, and I found that there were many who were very welcoming, because they said that we were different, and they wanted to know why do you speak that way? I mean, why are you like that? But it was very welcoming, especially the teachers and the principal. At the time, I think it was Mr. Tyson, mm-hmm. and they were very welcoming and open to facilitate us, because I actually came to Arden in fourth form, and I completed my subject here. Yeah, so it was successful.
What were some of the clubs and societies that you were involved in?
It's been a while. I can remember debating, 4-H, I don't remember, to be honest. Netball. Mm-hmm. I remember netball.
Were you ever teased while you were here about your speech?
To be honest, while I was here, I didn't speak much. So it's not often that they would have got the opportunity to actually teach me. It was the way that I ever spoke in classes. But the biggest challenge was in me being able to pronounce my name. That was the biggest challenge. But other from that, I think I was a lot more reserved at the time and not at all outspoken. So yes, there were little instances, but they never had the opportunity to. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why were you so silent?
Why was I so silent? I think at that point I was actually conscious of my speech. I was conscious of it, and I took the easy way out to not speak at all. Mm-hmm. And also because I hated having to repeat myself and trying to call my name and going over and over and over it. Yeah. So I think, evolving from that, I kind of learned to appreciate who I am more and really come to know who I am. And I think that is the difference between then and now. I have always, not always, but I think maybe back in about 2007, 8, having gone back home, because I'm originally from St. Anne, and having gone back home after high school, it was a period where I really started discovering myself, and I knew that there was something special about me. And it got me to the point where I really began to learn that regardless of what people thought of me, regardless of what people had to say about me, regardless of their perceptions, I was who I am. I was who I am. And I mean, regardless of what they said or thought, it really didn't matter because I really knew who I was and who I am. So, I mean, even back at school, whether they teach me or not, it really doesn't matter to me, no. You know? So, it doesn't evoke any form of emotion.
I know personally of people whose entire lives have been affected because of how they speak. I know of one particular individual who has a very bad stammer. He was teased in high school and it affected him deeply socially.
Yeah.
As you sit in the space where you went to high school, what message do you have for high school students who want to speak but prefer to find safety beneath the cloak of silence?
Wow. Number one would be to realize that your voice it's valuable, and I mean that's who you are, and you have something valuable to share. And also, it may take a bit of time for you to get that confidence to actually express yourself. But in the meantime, it would be good that you surround yourself with people who actually see you for who you are and recognize the value that you are. And I mean, learn to express yourself there. So you're in the school environment, have a good group of friends, you know, who will actually take the time to listen to you and understand who you are. And through that, I think your confidence will actually be built. And you'll actually learn more of who you are and learn what you have inside by expressing. Because to be honest, without expressing, there are often times that you will not even realize what is inside. And I mean, just know that you have a valuable voice, that you are valuable, and what you have to say matters, really, believe me. So yeah, express yourself and just find that group who will actually see you for who you are and recognize your value. And yeah.
And it doesn't need to be a big group.
It can be one. Find one
friend.
One person. One person is enough. One person is enough. But just ensure that they are genuine and sincere. I mean, that's hard to find, especially today.
Yeah.
But I think there's always one. And if there's no one person, I have to talk to God. You know, talk to God.
I do also believe there's always one.
Yeah.
But sometimes we prefer quantity. So we say, you know, I don't have many friends. I'm lonely. But there's that one friend who has your best interest at heart, who you overlook.
Yeah, and the crowd having a lot of friends, but it does not indicate support at all, because I can guarantee you, when push comes to shove and the tire hits the road, you're not gonna find all of those persons having your back and supporting you. It's really not about the quantity, but rather the quality. So really, that one valuable person is all that you need. Yeah. Okay, so you are who you are. I am Jahzema, and every day I can be a better Jahzema. And I actually take the time and the effort to be better. So you have a speech impediment. Work on it. I mean, in the privacy of your own space, you actually take the time to improve it. I tried actually. I tried to actually go in front of the mirror and pronounce my S's and my X's, but to be honest, I haven't quite mastered it, but it's always a work in progress. And don't beat yourself up. Don't feel that you are lack. You're in lack because you're unable to do this or do that. You are understood. You can be understood. I mean, regardless of how it may come out, then go right ahead and speak it, because then you are truly expressing who you are. So my advice would be to, yes, make the effort to improve yourself, but do not look at it from a standpoint of you being less than or actually being having a problem, because I honestly don't see it as an impediment. I don't. But for the for the purpose of being better understood and being able to relate to society, then it is always advisable that you try to better yourself, not just in speech or anything, but generally in life. You know, it's always good to work on yourself, regardless of your environment and regardless of what people will have to say. Know that you are who you are and own that. So just go forth and just really realize that nobody has your voice and nobody thinks like you think. Nobody will express themselves like you express yourself. And it's the purpose why you are actually the way you are, why you have whatever speech, why you have that method or that way or that impediment. Again, I don't like the word, but yeah. It's the purpose. So own it and let it be a part of you and just go forth and be confident in who you are.
Thank you.
Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just because I laugh. As if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words. You can cut me with your lies. You can kill me with your hatefulness. But just like life, I'll rise.
So, tell me about your professional journey.
Well, my professional journey. That began, I think, so I was always the one that was proactive. So even at, I think, from 12 years old, I would actually want to get up and look at my job and be working from then.
12?
Yeah, my first official job I got at 17.5. And that was working at the clerk in a computer store. And then I moved on to a corporate company in the financial industry, and I have been there since January 2010 up until now.
9 years?
Yeah,
wow.
9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What roles have you played in the financial industry?
Well, I recently transitioned from administration to being more into sales, right? So I have always have to interact with people, but now even more so. So it's very people-centered, yeah.
Did you say you're a policy analyst, financial analyst?
Financial advisor.
Financial advisor. So do you have to make presentations?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Most often it's one-on-one presentation. There are a few times that I will actually do group presentations to companies. Yeah.
Have you ever felt that your lisp affected you in your professional dealings?
In my professional dealings, the challenge I would say would be having to repeat myself, but I think I have come to a point where I don't have a problem with that now. But I realized that when I slow down and take my time and make an effort to actually enunciate my words, then that's good, you know. So it hasn't really been a challenge.
In one of your presentations, has anyone ever been rude to you or snappy about your speech?
I would not say snappy, more like facetious, but I actually do not take offense to that. So even though it may have been meant to be rude, I really don't. I really don't interpret it as rude. Yeah.
Give me an example of how you would respond to somebody who is trying to be rude.
Well, maybe go ahead and try to be rude and see if I can help you.
Mrs. Fitz-Henley, I can't seem to understand you. Could you present, please, instead of running on? I can't understand what you're saying.
Okay, well, first I would actually ask, why can't you understand? You understand? I understand in my language. Okay, maybe I can slow down and you'll understand better, and I'll repeat. And if it's still an issue, then I would try to, it's often that I'll actually have to write my name on a piece of paper for someone to actually get my name. Because of my name, there's a challenge with the Jahzema. And I'll have to write it down, so if it will help, then, you know, I mean, if it helps them, then I'll write my name and have them. Or write whatever information I'm trying to relate to them. Or, I mean, most often in presentation, though, I would have document or PowerPoint presentation, or though I refer to those.
How are you so graceful about it in a culture where aggression is our first trigger? Usually, if somebody feels that they're being undermined, they snap and they get real aggressive. But you have a graceful attitude.
I think that's the thing. People cannot undermine me, and I think because I know who I am, and I know who God said I am, and no one can dictate that, no one can change that. I mean, they're open to their own interpretation, their own opinion, I mean, their own attitude, which is unfortunate because they will have some very good people around. And is it often that healthy where people tend to take advantage of persons who are more reserved, I think, and won't actually speak up, who are not outspoken. I mean, I'm not all that outspoken, but still, if I have a point, then I'll make my point, and I am not easily taken advantage of. And I think that comes from knowing who I am and knowing my value, and knowing that no one can actually undermine that.
That's beautiful. What would you say to another young professional who may have a stammer, a lisp, who may have a slur in their speech, navigating through the professional world? What would you say to them?
That you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and you need to know that. I mean, regardless of what anyone may try to do or anyone may actually say, I mean, know who you are, and know that God had made you, and He made you with something special, and that stammer or that lisp or whatever impediment that they try to call it may actually, it's a part of you, and that may actually be your unique thing, which will actually maybe help you to stand out and add value in some way or another to the world. Because, I mean, I often have to remind myself, not just about my lit, but in life in general, that my life is not about me. My life is about the value that I'm adding to the world. To me, by you having that stammer or whatever it may be, it is a part of your value that you are to deposit into the world and help people who may actually struggle with coming to an acceptance of who they are and that challenge they may have, to actually go and be great and be them. I mean, there's nothing as awesome and great and impactful as being uniquely you. I mean, that's who we are to be. So.
Thank you very much, Jahzema.
Thank you. Thank you.
This must be one of the most impactful conversations I've had in a long time. And I'm so appreciative to Miss Fitz-Henley for sharing with me and sharing with you her powerful story.
Thank you.
And so, naturally, there I go rising.